Hey, and welcome to day 5 of Holly's Best Games Challenge 2020 edition for myself and my friends. You probably couldn't tell what this game is just by seeing that in the little, if you look really closely at the screen. But before I start talking, I just want to say thank you to my friends Slabs4, SkullY2K, Saikai, and Bubblegum Slash, who are also doing this challenge with me, and any of you out there who are also doing this challenge, who have seen it. It's been really cool to learn about people's favorite games and to, kind of experience that and share that with the world in general. At least one of those people I mentioned, the guy named Slabs4, is doing these publicly on his channel as well. So please check him out. I might include a link to his channel in my description. And without further ado, let's talk about this. Let's press start. So this is The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. I'm going to talk about the Legend of Zelda series and what it has meant to me over the time. I struggled with coming up with 6 games. I had 5 right off the bat, and I couldn't think of a 6th one. And last night I was reminded by a friend how much I love the Legend of Zelda series. So here we are. And this seems like the most appropriate game to play. At least for a little while. So we'll be just playing this. Gonna watch the opening stuff for this, and then I'll talk more. Just because this is a fun game to watch the opening for. In the land of Hyrule, there echoes a legend that is dearly held dearly by the royal family, that of a boy. A boy who, after battling evil and saving Hyrule, crept away from the land that had made him a legend. Done with the battles he once waged across time, he embarked on a journey. A secret and personal journey. A journey in search of a beloved and invaluable friend. A friend with whom he'd parted ways when he finally fulfilled his heroic destiny and took his place among legends. I felt like this had a less slow opening than the Ocarina of Time. That's why I chose this one specifically. I love both of these. Probably about equally. Maybe this one a little bit more. Maybe. I might actually have to... They done spooked the Horbs. I may end up skipping this. Here we go. Hey, Two Fairies did great. I wonder if he has anything good on him. Huh, this guy. Well, that shouldn't be a problem. The weird noises he makes. Oh, what a pretty ocarina. Hey, Skull Kid, let me touch it. I want to see. You can't, Tail. What would we do if you dropped it and broke it? No way, you can't touch it. Ah, but sis, why can't I try it out too? horse adventures, taking a horse journey. Link's legs gotta be really hurt here. So you all know Link, the titular character of the Legend of Link, or Zelda, I mean. Game series. Get up, Link, Zelda, whatever your name is. Zelda's the princess. Don't know why it's a Legend of Zelda when she barely ever does anything. Got the good old sword here. So why this game? Why this game series, huh? Well. Okay, well we better just chase him, right? That's what's important. Practice my platforming. That's usually terrible, but I did it. I did it. Go down the rabbit hole. This game was such a trip. It's so different than Ocarina of Time. But why this game series in particular? These games, I'll talk a lot about other games like bonding and stuff with my dad and with other people in my life and like things that have meant friends. This game is all about bonding with my brother. What's with that stupid horse of yours? It doesn't listen to a word that's said to it. There's no point in riding a thing like that, so I did you a favor and got rid of it. Ah, boo-hoo, why the sad face? I just thought I'd have a little fun with you. Oh, come on now, do you really think you can beat me as I am now, fool? I always thought these things look like pigs. Like little plant pigs. This game had just dark and sinister undertones to it that I really enjoyed. Little wooden man. No, that's a good look for you. You'll stay there looking that way forever. Sis! Why do you have two fairies anyway? Whoa, whoa, Skull Kid, wait for me. I'm still here, Tail. Can't leave without me. You! If I wasn't dealing with you, I would have gotten separated from my brother. Well, don't just sit there, Deku Boy. Do something. Why are you looking at me like that? Why is there something stuck in my face? Will you stop staring and just open that door for me? Please, come on. A helpless little girl is asking you, so hurry up. Oh, Tail, I wonder if that child will be alright on his own. She's the fairy. Anyway, what I have to do here is, this. Remember, I have to remember how to do stuff. Is that what we're doing? It's gotta be a look mode, right? It's been a while since I played one of these. There we go. Yeah, we went into look mode there. Is there something up high I gotta do? There's a lot of shapes. Do I just have to physically open the door? Oh yeah. I can just physically open the door. Okay, I'm dumb. So why these games? I mentioned it's all about, oh hey, wait for me, don't leave me behind. So, that stuff back there, I apologize, so, take me with me. You want to know about that skull kid who just ran off, right? Well, I just so happen to have an idea of where he might be going. Take me with you and I'll help you out. Deal? Please? Good, so that's it then. It's settled. Now then, I'll be your partner, at least until we catch that skull kid. My name's Tattle. It's nice to meet you, or whatever. Now that we've got all that straightened out, can we stop messing around and get moving? Figure out something out, press, yeah, blah, blah, blah. I'm just gonna, hang out here a bit and talk about my brother. So, Nintendo 64. So I had Atari 2600 growing up, and the Sega Genesis Master System for a little while. And then Nintendo 64 was really the first. She's trying to tell me how to use this, but I don't need her to tell me how to use this. Nintendo 64 was really the first system that me and my brother had that we played together. And the first one of these I ever played is probably Link to the Past. And I loved Link to the Past. And it was great. But this is the first one I've ever seen. Like, the first one I ever seen of these was Ocarina of Time, which I played with my brother. So she's gonna tell me how to use this thing. I'm just gonna ignore her, man. Yeah, blah blah blah. No, can I? They always put no as a default option, so you always have to push. That was especially bad in Ocarina of Time. In the opening, when you first meet the owl guy, like he talks to you for like 5 minutes, and then after he gets done talking to you, there's that option, and you can accidentally hit no and have to go through the whole 5 minutes of him talking at you over again. Like, it's ridiculous. But I played the heck out of these games with my brother. I was convinced I wasn't very good at combat and fighting in games, so I did not ever do the actual. I didn't ever want to like be the person that actually did the fighting in them. Like, I let my brother do all the fighting, and I would like be his like co-pilot and like figure out all the puzzles, kind of what we had to do, you know, navigate through the dungeons, keep track of the map, that kind of stuff. And then as an adult, I played these in like about 2010, 11, I want to say. I played the Nintendo 64. First Ocarina of Time, and then this for the first time by myself. And I've since, I think I've played at least a few other times on just on emulator. I don't own either one of them on actual Nintendo 64. It would be cool to someday, but they're expensive. They're hard to get. But these were like games I played and I bonded with my brother over, and it was just so cool. It was one of the only things we ever had in common. We never had a ton in common because he's into like, hey you, come over to talk to me. See, you can do it. I fly out with people, objects, use Z to look at them, and you can talk to them. Z targeting, Yeah, let's go over there. I'm at least gonna play through this opening part of this game. That was kind of the whole point of me doing this. It's strange, but the way you look right now sort of looks like this tree. It looks all dark and gloomy. Like you'd start crying anytime second now. How sad. It's sad. Now we're going through the rabbit hole even deeper. This game is all about going to this weird and dark mystical world. But I have loved the Legend of Zelda series from the very beginning. Like, just the idea of this, having this alternate, this fantasy adventure setting, 3D, and then even like the 2D ones. Like I said, I love Link to the Past. It's my favorite entry in the series, Link to the Past, and then the 3DS remake, Link Between Worlds. I gotta get out of this loud chamber. It's really loud here. I can't hear myself think or talk. Here we go. You've met with a terrible fate, haven't you? It seems you've met with a terrible fate. That's one of my favorite lines in a video game ever. You've met with a terrible fate, haven't you? I own the Happy Mask Shop. I traveled far and wide in search of masks. During my travels, a very important mask was stolen from me by an imp in the woods. So here I am at a loss, and now I found you. Now don't think me rude, but I have been following you. For I know a way to return you to your former self. If you can get back the precious item that was stolen from you, I will return you to normal. In exchange, all I ask is that you also get back my precious mask that the imp stole from me. With that, it's not a simple is it not a simple task? Why does someone like you, it should be no means to be a difficult task. Except, the one thing is I'm a very busy fellow, and I must leave this place in 3 days. How grateful it'd be if you could bring it back to me before my time here is up. But yes, you'll be fine. I see you're young and have tremendous courage. And I'm sure you'll find it right away. Well then, I'm counting on you. Why, hello, did you can get back to us? 22 hours then? Okay, he gets even creepier as time goes on, but let's go into good old clock. Dawn of the first day, 72 hours remain. Everybody's favorite thing about this game. One of my favorite things, too. It's South Clocktown. So this game is all about you having to get back your ocarina and find his precious mask. You have 72 hours, and eventually you get the power to turn back time. He gives me the creeps, that masked salesman was the... Sorry, just thinking aloud. But 3 days, even if we never sleep, that still is a measly 72 hours. Talk about demanding. I'll just stand there. Let's go see the Great Fairy. Want to find the Skull Kid, don't you? The Great Fairy will know what she watches. She's up to everything. Can you and me, the Skull Kid, is no match for the Great Fairy. Go to the shrine in the North Gate, you'll find the Great Fairy in there. Okay. I've tried from now up until now to like just to be okay with this, but I can't. I need to turn it down. There. Now I can hear myself talk. I want to talk a little bit more about the Legend of Zelda series. I'm just going to walk around Clocktown. I'm not going to talk to... This guy. This guy's really important to me. No, I was trying to... He's one of my favorite people. I'm just going to walk around the Clocktown, though. Okay, I can't follow him inside. We're stuck in this form until we get our ocarina back. The ocarina, of course, is used to play songs. It's one of the major points of a lot of the Zelda games is that you play a lot. You play music. You can do like, you know, usually there's some sort of songs or whatever that do something that like give you powers. These games are all. Oh, wow! I didn't mean to do that. I think I have to find all those fairies to the actually part of it is what my objective is right now. But, yeah, these games are all about adventuring around the land, finding items that you need to solve puzzles, and defeating dungeons. And I love the puzzle solving, I love the exploring, the world mechanics. They're always very, like... Sorry, I enjoy that guy a lot. But this one is one of the ones I fell in love with. Majora's Mask is probably a high on my list of favorite Zelda games. I also really love Skyward Sword for the Wii and Wii U. Or Wii. I love the controls, or the sword controls and that you could actually swing the Wii, hold the Wiimote and the nunchuck like your sword and your shield. It gave me a lot of feeling. I don't really love Breath of the Wild the way a lot of people do. It's a fun game. I enjoy playing it, but it's just basically Skyrim with a coat of paint to be like a Zelda game. So it's not. I mean, if I want to play Skyrim, I'll just play Skyrim. That's basically the way I felt about that. Like it. Don't get me wrong. I got Breath of the Wild recently on the Switch for the first time. I originally played it on the Wii U, and I've gotten it on the Switch, and it's fun. It's a good game. Oh, she's just trying to tell me I only have 3 days or whatever. I know I generally don't have a lot of time in the first day, and I'm not actually gonna play this seriously though. Okay. Sorry, I got distracted there for a minute. But Skyward Sword. I really like Twilight Princess, which is kind of like a very similar to Ocarina of Time, the predecessor to this. I have to find those kids and go to their secret base or whatever too. But I think this one and Ocarina of Time were the ones I started with my brother that just really kind of meant the world to me. They were like very important because we were able to like bond and talk to each other and just spend time together. I'm considering someday playing maybe this game on my stream, on my Twitch stream, as like a thing, because it's just so much fun, and it would be fun to experience with chat and to play. And this dog will destroy me. It does hate me, or does it run away? No, it will try to attack. I'm just kind of walking around Clock Town. Go back. I want to go to North Clock Town or whatever, at least, before the end of this. But yeah, so the Legend of Zelda series as a whole, and in particular Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, are the games I want to highlight today. This game is all about trying to defeat that imp who stole your stuff. Like I said, there's 4 dungeons you have to do in this one. It's a little shorter than Ocarina of Time. And you find out that he's actually being possessed by the spirit of the evil Majora with the mask. And if you look up in the sky, there's this... Let me see. In 3 days, like the guy says he has 3 days to like do his stuff, but in 3 days, this creepy... Oh, come on. Can I... In 3 days, this creepy moon that's up there with the big face on it that you kind of saw hits the earth. He just slowly comes down and gets you. Over time, he's getting closer and closer as time goes by, and you play a song to go back in time, and you can save yourself, and it's all weird and mysterious, and like you find out that the magic of the little imp guy has like destroyed parts of the world. I mean, the original game was just about saving Princess Zelda. I've played the Legend of Zelda 1 too, like the very first one, and I've never beat it. It's really hard. It's one of the few Zelda games I've never beat. Like, most of these, I play them so much, and I love them. Wind Waker, too, also, on the Game Boy, on the GameCube, is one of my favorites. Probably, if I had to go in order, Link to the Past / Link Between Worlds, then Skyward Sword, then Wind Waker, then this, and then, I don't know, maybe Ocarina of Time, and then Twilight Princess is number 5. If I had to quantify them. I've never played like Minish Cap or Spirit Tracks or the Four Swords, which is like a multiplayer one. There we go, the dog got me. But yeah, if you've never played a Legend of Zelda game, you owe it to yourself to check them out. I suggest starting with get a Super NES emulator and play Link to the Past. Or get a Nintendo 64 emulator and play Ocarina of Time or Majora's Mask. Ocarina of Time kind of would come first. It would make more sense. It's about to be nighttime. It's going to say night of the first day or whatever. I might not even bother with the night of the first day. But thanks for coming along on this journey, and I hope to see you tomorrow when I talk about my all-time favorite game. There we go. Night of the first day, 60 hours remain. My all-time favorite game ever, which is also a Nintendo 64 game. So we'll see you for some more Nintendo 64.